Alright, what is up guys, it is Pokey here, and today I'm gonna be trying to teach you how to hit more triples. If you don't know what I mean by triples, I mean 3 people in 1 bullet with a sniper. I'll probably have some examples up on the screen now. So the first thing I suggest is you always use the BFG. If you haven't unlocked the BFG, I strongly suggest you save up for it and try and unlock it. If you can't do that, then I'd probably use the intervention, but it's gonna be hard if you don't have the BFG. You're also probably going to want ballistics tracker on it, just so you can line up enemies with the white dots rather than have to predict what lineup they're in. If you're mainly going for triples, I suggest you always use the BFG because the more you use it, the more triples you'll generally hit. You also get used to lining up stuff more and what spots to hit more triples. When I made the Oblivion montage that you've probably seen, it's one of my most viewed montages. I was pretty much only using the BFG and I hit like 40 triples for it. Overall I've hit like 80 triples, so it does help using the BFG and like my techniques do help. So every map has its own triple spot, but some maps are a lot more frequent to hit triples on than others. I definitely suggest you always go for triples on Metro since there's always lineups and it's quite easy to get enemies to bunch up. Another really good spot is Highway. If you spawn trap people, there's usually always lineups and it's quite easy to spawn trap on that map. Also when you play King of the Hill, people usually like line up on the capture point, so that's another good spot for triples. Obviously triple lineups don't happen all the time, so you have to like be patient with lining them up. But when there's a lot of people in one spot, you're gonna wanna just wait for the white dots to line up. If you do it right, you're probably gonna hit a triple more often than not with the BFG since it doesn't hit marker much. And you're just generally gonna think like where is the enemy gonna be or where are lots of people gonna be at once in a small space. It's a good idea to like go behind people a lot and try and line up triples from there, cause when they see you they're gonna wanna jump out the way. So in a weird way, a lot of what you have to do to hit triples is based on stealth, like going behind the enemies and just avoiding them shooting you so you can line them up. I'm on Metro right now, so I'm gonna try and hit something. Oh, that's a lineup. What the fuck? Okay, that should have been a triple, but my gun's being dumb. Oh, I hate this game so much. So yeah, that's a pretty... I just missed again. Okay, yeah, that's a really bad example of what to do. You're basically just gonna wanna do stuff like that. Like, you saw the opportunities I just got. There was already 3 and it was only 1 match. On Metro, you're gonna wanna switch between a lot of the escalators, cause it's kinda unpredictable where the enemy's gonna spawn. But if you go through each escalator, you might see like a large bunch of people you can triple. Part of triples is just thinking, where's the enemy go— oh, he hit a triple. Dim hit a triple. So yeah, as I'm filming a video showing you how to hit triples, someone hits a triple. I know Dim's probably watching this, so well done. So yeah, you're just gonna wanna think about like where do the enemy camp and where are they all gonna be. And remember, you can line up people's feet as well as the rest of their body. So yeah, obviously it's patience and practice, but there is a lot of elements that will help you hit way more triples. And BFG is definitely the main one. So don't panic when you see a lineup, like just go for it. And I'll also show you some good spots as well. And it isn't a bad idea to use a red gun as your secondary, since you can like clear out people and then go for the triple. So on Unraveled, the lineups are pretty random, but there are a lot of places where people camp. So for example on here, like on this like foresty bit, and also on that building when people are sniping they camp a lot. Not only that, but behind here there's also quite a few lineups. But when you do go for triples, you want to focus on finding the lineup and getting it, like you don't want to be doing other stuff much. Also over here is a good spot, people often line up here like camping like this, and also over on that building. Another really good triple spot is on one of the crane maps, since people often like camp on the cranes. The only problem with that is people camp the ladders a lot, so it's sometimes hard to get up there. Also down here is a good spot for triple trick shots and stuff, just because people often bunch up there to try and climb the ladders. And finally on this map, I don't know if I've actually hit in this spot, but there seems to be a lot of lineups down this bit. Like that, since they do spawn there. Right now I'm trying to get them to line up, but they just aren't lining up. On desert, they mostly line up like in windows and stuff, and you kinda just have to find where the other team's camping. A really good spot's where I hit my intervention triple headshot. I'll show that spot now. Another decent map for triples is Mall. Every so often they line up in the corridors, but not so much now since he changed the map layout. They tend to bunch up by the capture points, especially in the middle of the map. And the other team also tend to like camp at the top of the map, on top of like the building thing, so if you can get around and triple them from there, you might be able to hit. Other than that, they do line up on the streets at the side of the map, especially when the other team's like climbing the ladder and stuff, so that's another good spot for triples. So the next map I'm gonna play on is Revamp. I did mention that the crane's a really good spot for triples, but there are other spots, like in the middle of the map there's a capture point everyone goes to when it's King of the Hill, and there's also other capture points like I'm playing right now where people camp a lot. This is one of the ones where lineups are really random and you just kinda have to predict where the enemy are, but the best spot is probably on the cranes, if you can sneak around and triple. The last map I haven't mentioned is the original crane map. Similar to Ravod, there aren't many like really good spots for triples except for the actual crane itself. You can hit shots like down the crane ladder and also just on the crane where people camp, as I said a lot before. Also in the windows of some of the buildings, like the equivalent to this one on the crane map, there's sometimes a lot of lineups. Two other good spots, just imagine this is like the original crane map, yeah? There's between the barrels that would be here, I don't know if they're barrels, whatever this round thing is. My first ever triple on this game was actually through there, and I hit another one recently. Also through their spawn building right over there, I'll probably cut to where that is right now. Yeah, this area on the original crane map's really good for triples. They do spawn here a lot of the time, so if you're around here you can try and triple them through there. They also spawn in this gas station, which can be quite good for triples. And another spawn area is like around here. This area is generally just really good for triples. And I think that's all the spots I've listed now. I don't know if I've missed any, but hopefully this helped you. Now I'm just going to try and hit a triple, but if I don't hit anything, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. So let me know if you have any suggestions for tutorials. I can't really do ones for editing since I'm not the best editor and there's loads of tutorials out there in general. If you're wondering what I do use to edit, it's Sony Vegas. I was thinking about doing one on how to hit sniper clips, but honestly it's mostly just a matter of aiming for the head and not being split. So I thought there's not much point in me doing that, and there's probably better people to do that tutorial. Other than that, I can't really think of any other tutorials I can do. Let me know if you have any suggestions, as I said. And yeah, thanks for watching the video.
Love you. I said what the fuck, thinking to myself, damn, I should've never cut, kissed her on the cheek.